Oh, conference. is it never ages, it means unaging, he says. And he also refers to it as a monument. And to protect these monuments of unaging intellect, we have these laws. These, laws are created. And also when it comes to Longinus, a famous philosopher, he says noble ideas issue from lofty minds. This occurred to me. Means lofty mind, these are noble ideas which are issued from the lofty minds should be protected by law. Okay, in the form of copyrights, the exclusive legal rights for the creation of literary, artistic, or educational form, and they are the exclusive legal rights for lifetime. A person creates them. Okay, and the second one, and after 70 years of his death, these rights are they are once they are registered, they are with that person for almost for 70 years even after their death. And then the trademarks like symbols, logos, etc. They remain once they are registered, they remain with that particular company and that person for 10 years and they can be re-registered. And the most important thing is the patents. When you are creating something, when you are inventing something in medicine or in any other field of technology or intellectual field, and then these you are given the rights. You have a commitment that is lost. And I'm not going to take much of your time because we have the experts to talk on this particular time. We have exclusive guests here, Dr. Daniel Tripathi sir, and Dr. S. B. Devasan sir, and Mr. Vivek today. I wish all the best, and I hope this seminar will not give any doubt on this particular topic of intellectual property rights. Thank you very much, Ms. Manisha, for asking me to talk. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. In very short and brief words, you focused on IKEA and also encouraged us for this seminar. Now, I would like to invite Dr. S. T. Jadhav, Principal SMG RJ Shinde Mahavidyalaya, Karnataka, for the welcome address.
Ma'am, sir, I've given any arrangement to obviously present there.
परांडा से ज्यादा सर
Since he has not joined, once he joins, we will ask him to speak. You may invite Dr. Hemant Desmahane, sir.
Sir, due to such, they are in the NSS program. Due to their confirmed schedule, they can't be joined with us. So that we are skipping their session for some time.
Yeah.
Going towards the next and important session for this seminar is the inaugural session. We feel honored to have the Honorable Inaugurator and Chief Guest, Dr. Dharmendra Tripathi ji, IC Registrar, MIT Uttarakhand. Sir, you have alternate for any introductions. And I would like to introduce Dr. Dharmendra Tripathi sir briefly to all of us. Dr. Dharmendra Tripathi has been working as IC Registrar in MIT Uttarakhand. Sir worked as Associate Professor in the Department of Mathematics, MIT Uttarakhand. Prior to joining to MIT Uttarakhand, he has worked more than 12 years as faculty member, associate professor in the various reputed institutes like Manipal University, Jaipur, NIT Delhi, IIT Arupur, and BITS Pilani, Hyderabad. He quoted very many research scholars for medical promotions and the PhDs. Sir delivers more than 100 lectures as invited speaker, keynote speaker, and resource person. So without taking more time, I request to the sir for the to inaugurate this seminar. Dr. Tripathi sir.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you
Dr. Manisha for introducing me. A very good morning to all of you. As already introduced by Manisha, so I'm here as a faculty member, and I'll be happy to listen as a my application and designation as a faculty member. And this is a nice initiation taken by the organizer that when we are studying in the degree college or university that time, there was not such type of program like IPR or research or supervision of the UG student, PG students. Even when we are in MSc also in PG courses, that time also we didn't have clear about research. But in nowadays, in the degree college or state university or central university, this type of program is being promoted and motivated by the leaders of the colleges or university. That is the good initiation. So I congratulate the organizing team and the leaders of the colleges who have come together and initiated the beautiful program on the overview of the intellectual property rights. So, if we talk about the intellectual property rights, it is a very common thing earlier also, but people are not much aware, especially in the education system. So when the awareness program has started in the various higher education from IITs, NITs and other, because earlier there was only PhD program and in PhD program people used to write the papers and based on the publication they used to write the thesis and then they have been awarded PhD degree and they are aware about how to write the paper, how to do the research, how to formulate the problems. And there are various type of research and we are doing like theoretical research and experimental research. But if we talk about the last 5 to 10 years, and there is a awareness like we can think about the idea because in the idea there are three words. One is intellectual, second is the property, and third is the rights. So if we talk about the property, everyone is aware, like whether this is my property or this is other property or government properties. So when we talk about the land, like if a land is in our name, okay, then it is our property. So we have the legal documents for the particular land. And when we have the legal documents for the land or from our saving account, we are have money, when we have some gold. So if we have some legal documents, then we can have the claim of those property. So we are aware about those type of property where we can easily claim because we have the legal documents. So that is the claim about the property. But what about the intellectual property? That's again the question. We don't know about the intellectual property and the many things we are doing. For example, if we are in the higher education and suppose that we are developing some algorithm or we are developing some new courses or we are writing the thesis as well. Like thesis is a new thing, but we don't have the copyright of that thesis. So earlier even university is also not aware and university has no copyright of the thesis and the university cannot claim on those thesis and in that way what will be the disadvantage of that? So thesis can be copied by other and other people can submit the thesis and their degree can be awarded on similar thesis. And you cannot claim that it is the copy of that thesis. So you don't have your right on that thesis. So what the university has started initiation to increase their IPR in the form of copyright that whatever the thesis have been submitted in that particular university, that university has their right on those theses. Suppose I am doing PhD from some particular like I have completed my PhD from IIT BHU. And if I submitted my thesis and that the thesis has copyright of IT BHU, so no one can copy of that thesis. So that type of right is required. In another way, if suppose we have some innovative idea and we have published those innovative idea in the publication form, and the publication when we are publishing the research paper in several journal, and that those type of rights we are giving or we are signing the agreement with the publisher, and the publisher has right, or we are writing some book. So when we are publishing that books from some publisher, so publisher has right and we are signing the agreement, but when the publisher is selling those books, that is their right, and based on the income they are producing some royalty to the writer. So that type of things, if we are aware, then we can think that why not those intellectual rights we should have, so that we can claim and that type of things. So that type of awareness is started, and there, how many people you publish, how many PhD you supervise, how many project you have handled, or how many projects are running. But nowadays, when we are going for the interview or when we are going for some promotion, then experts are asking how many IPRs you have. So that type of awareness has come in higher education, and now we are thinking about how we can do some filed IPRs. So these IPRs are very important nowadays, and basically when we start the IPR, first name comes as a patent. So patent is nothing but it is the innovation. Whatever invention we are doing, or whatever the innovative idea we have, and we are doing in the form of product, we are doing in the form of some tools, we are doing in the form of some equipments, or we are doing in the form of some design. Okay, and it is the novel. It has some novelty that you have to check the literature, like research publication. When we are going for the research work, we have to search the literature and find out some gaps. And based on the gaps, we are doing some population, and then we think about some population and the research work. In same way, we can think about the patent also. We can go for the search of the patent, how many patents are available, whether it is granted from the Indian patent or US patent or Google patent or other type of patents, and then we can find out the gaps and think that what type of ideas or what type of problems are there in the society, but it is not available in the market. Market means in the literature. So if it is not available, then we can think and we can do some work in that particular direction, compare with the existing models, existing tools, and then we can produce the new type of technology, and that type of technology we can go for Indian patent or US patent. Nowadays, earlier there was some time constraint in the Indian patent. It was taking long time, maybe 3-4 years. But nowadays, if you can file the patent in Indian patent, then it is now fast, and all the process is online, and it is taking around 1.5 years or 2 years. Within 2 years, you can have the grant of the patent, and when your patent is granted, then you can think about the commercialization. So commercialization is in different form, and you can see that when your product can be commercialized, you have to discuss it, because this is your idea. You cannot go for the building or manufacturing of that product. So you have to discuss with the particular industries which are working in the manufacturing, and then you can discuss about your idea, and then you can sell your idea to particular industries, or you can have some common agreement with the industries, and then you can go for the commercialization. So then you can earn some money from this idea. So this is the patent that even this patent is not very much advanced level of technology, but you can go in your market where the small shops are there. Suppose I can give an example of the vehicle shop where the local discuss with particular, you as a filling a science people, you can give some idea to him or her, and from their support, you can do some, you can have some new tools, and that tools can be also patented. So that type of ideas comes from your local market. That type of ideas come from your local villages, cities, where the problems are there. You can talk about the problems, what type of problems they are facing, and from the problems you can think about the innovative ideas. You can think about the solution, and that can go for the patent. And when you have the patent, then your right is there. No one can sell your idea. No one can use your idea. No one can, you can earn. And the second part is when we talk details, I think the speaker will elaborate in much detail. Second is the copyright. Copyright is very important for the teachers, like when we are writing some poet, or for the writers, we are writing some books, we are writing some good literature, or we are developing some good lecture notes. So those can be copyright, and those will have your right, and you can say with the publisher. And that type of rights you can do and think. Otherwise, see, many writers are there in the Bollywood, Hollywood, or other, where they are writing many scripts, and if that script can be used by others, they cannot allow. If their rights are there, if they for the rights. So this is the another part of the rights, intellectual right. First is the patent, then second is the copyright. Then you can think about the trademark if you are interested for the startup. Entrepreneurship. Suppose the students are joining this lecture, they are thinking about now three words we are frequently listening when the speakers are talking about that. One is the startup, entrepreneurship, innovation. So what are they? So we can also think about that as a teacher also, that we can use our intellectuality in that type of marketing. If we have some ideas, right, we can go for the startup. Okay, and the trademark like branding. Branding, you can see branding can be in the form of logo, it can be in the form of symbols, it can be in the form of numeric, and that type of branding you can only use for your particular startup. Like if I can give some example, Apple has some symbol logo that cannot be used by the other mobile companies. And other like in shoes, you can see the Adidas or Reebok or other type of brand like Insane Class, other type of companies also. The Coca-Cola drinking, Coca-Cola, there are some symbols. That symbols you cannot use. So that type of branding is under the trademark marketing. This is another copyright. Another person cannot use. If they are going to use, they have to take the permission from that particular person which is having the right. So that type of things we can then geographical indication. Okay, in the geographical indication also you have to think like in your particular region. Suppose I am living in the Uttarakhand. There are some agriculture products. They can go for the geographical indication. They cannot other state cannot claim on that particular product, or other country cannot claim on that particular product. Like here, there are some special type of fruits, some special types of other products which done through the geographical indication. Then other type of plant and shape. If you can give the geometrical shape for any particular devices, suppose there is a bottle, water bottle, and the cap is having some particular design, or some bottle shape is a different type of that. So that type of patent or that type of design can be patentable. Then you can think about new type of shape. So design can also be filed as a patent, and that should have some new shape or new advantage whatever the existing as compared to the existing shape. So such type of awareness should be there, and this program definitely I can say that such type of program will motivate to the teachers as well as the student on the copyright, and they will have some basic idea, because any speaker who will talk, they will just talk about the procedure, advantage, disadvantage. But if you are thinking about ideas, then you have to work on that particular, and then you have to explore your expertise area and work on that idea. So such type of things I think you can do, and due to the time limit, whatever time has been given to me, I wish to close here, and I wish to the organizer the great success of this event. Thank you very much and giving me such opportunity to interact you people. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. You focused on the research form of research should be done from the graduation level and the need of property rights in the thesis, publication, and our research work. The need of awareness regarding this, how IPR is useful to us, you also focus on that area. You not stress not only on the research, but IPR is also used, you can use at the commercial for various examples. Thank you very much, sir. Your words always be admiration to us. Now, I invite Dr. Amit Kumar Pandey, Head of the Department Maths and IQAC Coordinator, Sharan Chandra, Arts, Commerce, Science College, IGAO, to brief us about the theme of this seminar.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. At outset, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to Dr. Dhanil Tripathi, sir, who is acting as a registrar at NIT Uttarakhand. Sir, आप हैं, sir?
Yes, please.
सर प्रणाम सर। सबसे पहले सर अपना कैमरा एक मिनट ऑन कर लीजिए सर।
Please.
यस सर। सर सबसे पहले प्रणाम करते हैं सर, और आपने मेरे मंत्र को स्वीकार किया जो है आपको बताते हैं वो खुशी हो रही है इसलिए मैंने कैमरा सर ने आपको इनिशियली आपको कुछ समय के लिए पढ़ाया भी है, और आज बहुत दिनों के बाद सर से फिर से सुनने के लिए मिला जो है। और सर आपने क्योंकि हम लोग एक छोटे इंस्टीट्यूट में वर्क कर रहे हैं, फिर भी NIT उत्तराखंड से आपने हमारे इस निमंत्रण को स्वीकार किया है, और जो आपने हम लोग को टाइम दिया है उसके लिए सबसे पहले हम धन्यवाद।
शिक्षण संस्थान कोई छोटा नहीं होता है। हर शिक्षण संस्थान का जो है इम्पोर्टेंस उतना ही होता है जितना कि जो है एक बड़े शिक्षण संस्थान का होता है। तो कोई छोटा नहीं होता है, सबका इम्पोर्टेंस उतना ही है। ठीक है, और जहाँ पे हम हैं उसके शिक्षण को बढ़ावा देने की कोशिश करें। दैट इज प्लीज।
सर आपने जो है इतना आप लोगों के लिए जो है इतना मोटिवेशन दिया है, सबसे पहले सर हम आपका धन्यवाद ज्ञापन करते हैं और प्रणाम करते हैं।
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर इनवाइटिंग।
So at outset also I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to Dr. K.I. sir, Dr. Sunil Jadhav sir, Dr. Hemant sir from principal of the various college, and also I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the participants who are joining across the country. So it's very important topics, intellectual property rights, and also Dr. Tripathi sir already have told the advantages and disadvantages seminar. In the context of this seminar, the modern world, intellectual property rights have a significant influence on the intellectual trades and also state-level trades for every nation. The importance of the intellectual property in the modern world goes far beyond the protection of the creation of the mind. Intellectual properties rights is a very powerful tools of economic growth by stimulating creativity and innovation, generating revenue, promoting investment, enhancing culture, preventing brain drain, and overall economic health. It affects virtually all aspects of economic and cultural life. The developments in international telecommunications have increased its importance and put new challenges to the protection of intellectual property. Strong intellectual property laws make a hub contribution to both the overall economy of the country and their respective state. Intellectual property rights have added the intrinsic value. All kinds of products as unique creation and ideas are becoming a more and more important aspects in nowadays. This online workshop is an opportunity of scientists, teachers, and students to enhance their understanding of intellectual properties and patents. With these words, I would like to express our sincere thanks to all the dignitaries on the dais. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. In very short and elegant words, you focused on the objectives of this seminar. Coming towards the important next session of this seminar, for which this is organized, is to listen the valuable guidance of our resource persons. So our first guest of honor is Dr. Devsarkar S. Professor, School of Chemical Sciences, Swami Ramananda Tirtha, Marathwada University, Nanded. I would like to introduce Sir in very brief. Sir has completed his MSc with gold medal and PhD from Sant Kandi Baba University, Amravati. His research work area mainly relates with the physical chemistry. He is a well-known personality in Swami Ramananda Tirtha, Marathwada University. Sir has published many research papers in the Scoopers, Google Scholar, and many reputed journals. Sir has delivered many lectures and resource person in the national and international conferences, seminars, and the workshops. Many research scholars completed their PhDs under the supervision of Dr. Devsarkar. So, without taking more time, I would like to invite Dr. Devsarkar sir to guide us. Dr. Devsarkar sir.
Yes. Am I audible, madam?
Yes, sir.
At the outset, I would like to thank the management and principal of all the three colleges for inviting me over here to deliver a talk on the intellectual property and intellectual property rights. In this one day online national seminar on an overview on intellectual property rights. Thank you. I would like to share the presentation. Madam, can you see the presentation?
Yes, sir.
slides are not running. I'm trying. Just give me 1 minute.
Okay, okay.
Otherwise, I will share this presentation. Can you share on the online, madam?
Sir, I will ask to technical department. One second.
Please, please. I am trying. Madam, is it full screen shown here?
No, sir. Once you can try to share the screen.
Yes, yes, I am trying.
मॅडम होस्टनी त्यांना ऍक्सेस द्यायला पाहिजे शेअर स्क्रीनचा.
दिलाय सर.
Please do the access.
सर मला होस्ट बनवलाय.
बनवला आहे का?
येस.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
It's visible, sir, but it is not there. Next slide is not coming, sir.
No, no.
फुल
First slide दिसत आहे, next slide होत नाही, पुढे जात नाही. सर आता दिसत आहे का सेकंड स्लाइड?
Sir, please. presentation show करा. A5
दिसत आहे का?
A5
F5
नाही सर दिसत.
Nice, okay.
Second आले सर slide.
आलाय ना? Okay.
हो.
ठीक आहे. Please, slides are moving now.
एकदा करून बघा. फर्स्ट तुमचं इंट्रोडक्टरी, नंतर आता सेकंड नेक्स्ट स्लाइड दिसत आहे.
Third,
थर्ड नाही आले. तुम्ही तुमच्याकडून करून बघा.
ठीक आहे.
Just लक्षात येईल.
चेंज झाली का आता मॅडम?
Yes.
हा आता सेकंड वर आली. आलं येते होत आहे.
होत आहे ना? स्टार्ट नाऊ?
हो हो.
Hmm?
I will talk introductory speech about the intellectual property and intellectual property rights. The intellectual property, as Sir rightly said, and he has given detail in short, but the very important information about the intellectual property and IPR with the examples. So the intellectual property IP, it refers to the conception of the mind like ideas, invention, creative expression, literary, artistic work, design, symbols, names, images. So we have to understand which is conception of the mind, conception of the mind. So when a researcher or the person who can think exceptionally and he thinks about the new ideas, new innovations, then such type of ideas should have given the right and the benefit, as also the commercial benefit to the person, and such ideas which are useful for the betterment of the society, like invention, creative expressions, literary, artistic work, design, symbols, names, and images. All these words are self-explanatory. But then also we will go into the detail of each of these words. This system in intellectual property system, it fosters the environment to flourish the creativity and invention. So what is the aim of this type of system, developing such type of system, is to foster the environment to flourish the creativity and invention. The researcher and the people who develop some new type of ideas in different field, in different research field, their idea should be flourished. Their creativity and the invention should be given the value and it should be protected by the law. So for on that work, the intellectual property system works or aims. It is owned and legally protected by a person or company from using or implementation of for commercial purpose or without consent of the IP holder. Whenever one or the other develop or produce or prepare such type of information or innovation, then that should be legally protected. A person or company can develop such type of idea that should be protected for the commercial purpose or without consent of the IP holder. So whenever, as sir said, whenever a other person or other company uses this type of information, he or she has to take the consent of the person who has developed it. It plays important role in the modern economy. Why? Because these IPs developed by companies or the persons, they, as I said, they are protected and commercial benefit are given to the creator. So therefore, this also plays important role in the modern economy. IPR, intellectual property rights, provides the definite right to the discoverer or inventor. Specific type of rights are given to the inventor for the property so that they get recognition. This is first thing. And the first recognition should be given to such people, researchers or the companies, and also the commercial benefits are given for such type of invention. So this is IPs, intellectual properties. We will see different types of IPs. Such type of IP should be given the recognition. That is very important because when person or the industry or company develop some new idea,